Hello my friends and thank you for joining me. My name is Julia and this is my contribution to Christmas in July using Dylusions' new Christmas collection, Shimmer Paint and a few older sets sent to me by my generous friend Linda. I start my journey by stamping the images I want, starting with these lovely ladies with Christmas tree hats. I stamp them in Arcival Black Soot and I stamp many of each off camera. Generally, I stamp, color and cut about 5 times the images I end up using. I stamp more beautiful ladies in Christmas hats and use Arcival Black Soot so the lines won't smudge when I use water and paint. I stamp many of the Christmas lights and decorations before I bring out an older set with Christmas trees and stamp a couple along with a Christmas hat, a bow plus ornaments. We can't have too few of them, can we? So, I have enough ornaments and it's time to make the background in my big Dylusions journal. I will use Dylusions acrylic paint starting with blue Hawaiian. I use a baby wipe to thin out and spread the paint all over my pages. When I have my base coat, I bring out a brayer and use that to spread the rest of the paint, starting with Calypso Teal, then London Blue, and finally After Midnight, and I love the chunky texture I get from the brayer. Next, I'm pulling out another older set and stamp fishes and an octopus in Arcival Black Soot. I stamp a few of each and add a mermaid's tail as well. Next, I need some seaweeds and seashells, and I stamp many, so I have options. But I can't stop there, because I also feel I need some octopus arms, and I pulled them from yet another stamp set Linda gave me, and stamped them along with an extra fish and seaweeds. It's time to color my images and I will use Shimmer Paint in Fresh Lime, Cut Grass and Calypso Teal. I color the tree with Fresh Lime and use the 2 darker colors to add shadows and dimension. I used Postbox Red for the ornaments and move on to coloring the fish in Crushed Grapes and Funky Fusia. I used the darker purple around the edges and where I want my shadows and fill in the rest with Funky Fusia. Now, let's move on to the ladies with their cheerful hats. I color the ornaments in Bubbelgum Pink and give them a small shadow with the darker Funky Fusia. For the tree part of the hats, I used Fresh Lime, Cut Grass and Polished Jade and do the same process for all of the green Christmas trees. While I paint, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting and subscribing. It is unreal to me that there are so many of you who like what I do. Thank you. Next up is this gorgeous head with a gorgeous hat. I color the leaves in the same green trio, Fresh Lime, Cut Grass and Polished Jade. I intend to paper piece many of the details on this lady, so bear with me until the end. For the face, I bring out my Prima watercolor palette called Complexions, and I give her a skin tone on the lower part of her face. Next, I'm coloring an extra frog popping out of her hat, so I can add some dimension later. I used Postbox Red and Pommegranit seeds for the frog's Santa hat and the ornaments in her ears. Next I move on to coloring some greenery, and I use the same green shades as before and try to add some variation, switching between the greens and adding shadows. It's time for the mermaid's tail to get some color, and I use Calypso Teal, London Blue and polished Jade. I work my way up, coloring every scale in its own color and dragging that color out with water. Next we have another hat, and I enjoy using any color I want. I use purple, pink, green and blue. I stamped many Christmas lights, so I won't show you them all, but I colored them in many different colors. Next I'm coloring an octopus arm in Calypso Teal, Bubbelgum Pink and crushed grapes. I color the Christmas hat in the same 3 shades of green as before, but I also use Postbox Red. I also color many green leaves and many red ornaments using Postbox Red and Pommegranit seeds to add shadow. For the octopus, I used shimmer paints in Bubbelgum Pink, Tangerine Dream and Pure Sunshine. I add the pink around the edges and blend it out with Tangerine Dream towards the middle and fill in the middle with Pure Sunshine. For the arms, I used Bubblegum Pink on the left side of the arm and Pure Sunshine on the right, making them blend. I used Pure Sunshine on the eyes and used that color again on some Christmas light bulbs. So here are all my ladies, but most of them won't be used today, because I want those Christmas hats for something else, so I cut off the hat part from all of the ladies but one. Next, I fussy cut out that frog and the calendar sheets and go around every image ever with a black marker. And of course I missed filming how I put this lady together, but I also cut out a bunch of leaves and I add foam tape behind the frog and the leaves and glue them in place, making this lady have more dimension. So here are all my images colored and cut out. I won't fit them all, but this is a glimpse into my scattered mind. I start putting these pages together, starting with my seaweeds and greenery. I glue seaweeds and seashells and Christmas trees at the bottom and green branches and leaves hanging from above. I glue down a bow and some leaves and start building a leaf branch on both sides with those leaves on a patchwork diamond. And here are all the Christmas lights I colored, and I used them all up, gluing them coming down from above. I have laid out all my fishes with Christmas tree hats, but I start with my mermaid, gluing down her tail and that wonderful Christmas hat. Then I glue down the Christmas tree and I glue the hats on the fishes and glue them down too. I glue down the octopus arm and glue an ornament hanging from it, and then I glue down a few fishes and sea creatures around the page. When all my sea creatures are in place, I glue down my red ornaments here and there. Last on this page is Glossy Accents that leave a domed look where you put it. I put Glossy Accents on every light bulb, ornament, eye, and on the frog peeking out from the mermaid's hat. And with that, these Christmas in July Dylusions pages are finished. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon again. Until the next time, see you soon.